They said you were just friends until you stopped coming home. And now, they're burning down the city to find you, but not for the reason you all think. The words still echo in your mind, even now in the darkness. Look, you're cool and all, but Kirishima had scratched the back of his neck. That usual bright smile dimmed to something awkward and pitying. We're just friends. Bakugo had finished, bluntly, arms crossed, refusing to meet your eyes. He had laughed it off then, told them that it was fine, that you understood. But that walk home felt longer than usual. Your chest tight with humiliation and heartbreak. You shouldn't have said anything. Shouldn't have ruined everything by catching feelings for not just one, but both of your best friends. The alley was a shortcut that you'd taken 100 times. You didn't notice the shadows moving until it was way too late. You wake to the wrapping pain in your wrists and the smell of mildew. The room is small, concrete, with a single flickering light bulb casting sickly yellow across the space. Your hands are bound behind you to a metal chair, zip ties cutting into your skin. Finally awake, a voice drowls from the corner. A figure steps forward, a man with a lizard-like quirk, scales gleaming in the dim light. Took you long enough. What do you want from me? Your voice comes out steadier than you feel. He grins, showing too many teeth. Information on your little two hero friends. Bakugo and Kirishima, right? You're always hanging around them. Your stomach drops. Of course. Of course, this is what it comes down to. Being useful only because of your connection to them. Not even villains see you as anything more than footnote in someone else's story. I don't know anything. You say flatly. The backhand comes fast, snapping your head to the side. Pain explodes across your cheek. Wrong answer. Hours pass, maybe days. You lose track. They don't get anything from you because there's nothing to give. Training schedule, patrol routes. You were never privy to that information. You were just a friend who tagged along to the arcade, who brought extra lunch, who apparently caught feelings that weren't reciprocated. When they finally leave you alone, you slump in the chair, exhausted and aching. The zip ties have rubbed your wrist raw. You can feel dried blood flaking on your skin. This is pathetic. You're pathetic. The explosion that rocks the building almost makes you laugh. You'd know that sound anywhere. Where the hell are they? Baku's voice carries through the walls, followed by the sound of combat. More explosions, shouting, the crash of something or someone hitting concrete. Your heart shouldn't leap like this. They're here because you're a liability, a civilian casualty they're obligated to prevent, not because they care, not the way you wanted them to. The door blasts off its hinges. Bakugo storms through, wild-eyed, his gauntlets smoking. Behind them, Kirishima shoulders through, hardened fist still raised. They both freeze when they see you. Oh, thank God. Kirishima rushes forward, and you notice his hands are shaking as he works at your restraints. We've been looking everywhere. Are you hurt? Did they? I'm fine. You cut him off tiredly. Really? The hell you are. Bakugo snarls, suddenly in front of you. His hand catches your chin, tilting your face toward the light. His eyes trace the bruise, blooming across your cheek, and something dangerous flashes in his expression. I'm going to kill them. I'm going to kill every single one of. They're already unconscious, Kirishima says quietly, finally snapping through the zip ties. Your arms drop, useless and numb. You try to stand and immediately stumble. Kirishima catches you, solid and warm, and you hate how safe it makes you feel. How much you missed this casual closeness over the past few days of distance. I can walk, you mutter. No, you can't. Bakugou moves to your other side, and between them, they support your weight. Stop being stupid. The walk through the ruined warehouse is quiet, except for your uneven breathing and the sound of your feet dragging. You pass unconscious villains, scorch marks on the walls, rubble everywhere. They must have torn through this place like a natural disaster. Outside, ambulances wait, police, other heroes, but Bakugo and Kirishima don't hand you off to anyone. Instead, lowering you to set on the ambulance bumper. A paramedic approaches, but Bakugo waves them off with a sharp, "Give us a minute." You should tell them to go, that you're fine, that they've done their job, that you don't need their pity on top of their rejection. Why didn't you call? Kirishima's voice cracks through. He's crouched in front of you, still in his hero costume, dirt and blood smeared across his face. Your phone was going straight to voicemail. We thought. They took my phone. You say numbly. 3 days. Bakugo's voice is low and dangerous. You were gone for 3 days, and we had no idea if you were alive or. He cuts himself off, jaw clenched so tight you can see the muscle jumping. I'm sorry I worried you. Worried? Kirishima laughs. We've barely slept. Bakugo threatened to blow up the entire police station when they said we should wait for ransom demands. You look at them, really do, and notice the dark circles under their eyes, the tension in their shoulders, the way they're both hovering, like you might disappear if they look away. But why? The words slip out before you can stop it. What do you mean, why? Bakugo snaps. You're our. He stops. We care about you. Kirishima finishes quietly. So much. When you disappeared, I've never been that scared. We were idiots for saying that, okay? We panicked. Don't do this because you feel guilty. It's not guilt, you dense idiot. We panicked. You laid out your feelings, and we didn't know what to say. Because we're both into you. We have been, for months, both of us. But we're best friends, Kirishima adds. And we didn't want to make things complicated, or make you choose, or. So we said the stupidest possible thing instead. Bakugo finishes. You stare at them, words failing. The confession you'd been dreading giving, they're giving back to you, both of them, in the wreckage of a warehouse after the worst 3 days of your life. This is a terrible time for this conversation. You finally manage. Kirishima laughs. Yeah, it really is. But we needed you to know. Bakugo says, before anything else happens. Before we lose the chance. You look between them. Your best friends. Your heroes. Your complicated, impossible feelings made flesh. Okay. You whisper. I'll be with you. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And goodbye!